Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's TheNidien, and I got some more Rush gameplay for you today, except this time I'm attacking instead of defending. And this is probably the best game I've ever had between Battlefield 3 and Battlefield Bad Company 2. I don't think I've even come close in the years of playing Battlefield Bad Company 2. This is just one of those games I played, and when the final result hit, I didn't even realize that I was even close to the 55 and 19 that I got with like 9,362 points and 17,000 EXP. But I'm going to try to beat it here sooner or later. But as you can see, I come out here and I happen to get in the vehicle and drove it right up in this piece. Now, I noticed from the previous lobbies, well, not the previous lobbies, but the previous games against these guys, they didn't want to take out vehicles whatsoever. So I felt pretty safe in this vehicle. You see them every once in a while. They may throw a grenade at me, but a grenade is not going to touch this thing. You got to get on it with a engineer and get some RPGs or small rounds into it, or javelin rounds, something. You're not going to just throw a grenade at it because it's not going to do a damn thing to this vehicle. But I wanted to show you this death as well, because I should have stayed in the vehicle. I should have stayed in there and just rolled it right through there and blocked off B while it was going on. That would have saved me. That would have saved a lot of other teammates. And as you can see, they're starting to throw RPGs down, but they're not throwing RPGs at any of the vehicles. They're throwing RPGs at the people. When in all actuality, they should just be getting rid of that vehicle, letting it spawn way in the back, and not worry about it again. That's why I was hanging out here, shove a small round down that guy's throat, and move on. So this game is cut up a little bit, most of which is my deaths, me spawning out of somebody and dying instantly over and over and over again. I had a lot of those, because it's one of those things. You can either spawn out of somebody's butt and you're going to be lucky and kill somebody right off the back, like a peekaboo type move, or you're going to spawn out, and 99% of the time I spawn out of somebody, I'm dead within seconds, and they're saved because I'm dead and they made it around the corner and I didn't. So it's especially in TDM. So TDM's got one of those things where they got the random spawns that can also work out for your favor and not work out for your favor. Most of the time they don't work out for your favor, and then you can spawn out a teammate, which doesn't work out for me at all, it seems. I've had bad luck spawning out of teammates unless I'm playing with, well, I can't say that. I've had bad luck spawning out of teammates when I'm playing games in a random lobby. If I'm playing with JJ and Devastator and all them, if I spawn out, I know I'm pretty safe and we can go from there. There's times that we get kind of whacked around, but you're going to have that. That's a Battlefield experience. But as you can see here, I'm not attacking B right away. I'm kind of waiting for my moments here. Some people say, wow, you're camping. This is rush mode. You can't be running in there. Well, rush mode. See, it's like one of those double standards. People consider rushing that you just run around. But rush mode doesn't consist of that. If I run in there right now, I'm deader than dead. I don't know where anybody is. I can see my teammate going in there. Fortunately, he took a death, so I knew somebody was in there. So I picked up these two guys and got the cap on the station. But you have to play slow, because a lot of people don't factor in the fact that you only get 100 lives. Once those 100 tickets are down, you're done, and it can come fast. As you're going to see here in a couple points, we almost didn't make this, and it kind of turned into a battle of wits. But this guy here, this is exactly what I'm talking about, with people not paying attention. If I went and reloaded, both those guys were dead. But the guy ran right past me. He ran right past a teammate that was sitting right here. And I wanted to show this little clip, because this is what I was talking about in my other match with target control. I put some rounds on him. He's on me. But I used the cover to my advantage and end up getting him while he's so focused on me that he thinks he's going to be able to get me when any of my teammates behind him could have taken out. But I ended up getting him and getting some suppression on these guys. And then somehow I lived through this guy. That wasn't really a drop shot, but whatever. I don't even know how I lived through this guy. But as you can see, we're pushing up here, and we got ourselves pinned in here really, really bad, because there's a vehicle at the top. None of my other teammates seem to be taking out vehicles at all. So I kind of got stuck here. And I didn't want to run back across the road, and I'm making sure that vehicle is done and gone, because a lot of people, they'll disable vehicles and then they'll let them get repaired and wonder why they're shooting back at them. Because just because a vehicle is disabled doesn't mean they can't get in and use the 7.62 machine guns. Doesn't mean on certain weapons that they can't use the grenade launchers and everything else. So just because a vehicle is disabled, that's one thing you got to know. It does not mean it's taken out. Take it out completely. And if you're not exactly sure, shoot around into it and make sure it's taken out completely. Because I've seen later in a couple matches after this, I would get the disable, but I'd get killed, and then nobody else would take out the vehicle. So they just repair it up, and then all that working my way around and getting everything done was all for naught. And as you can see, I'm trying to push up here a little bit, but I'm kind of getting myself into a bad situation. Because I can't see behind this bush. I don't know where these guys are coming from. There's a vehicle right there, and the vehicle ends up getting me with one of his rounds. But we got pinched in bad. And eventually, I got up here. I got the kill on the tank, and we're starting to work our way forward. And again, this guy doesn't pay attention. I mean, he blatantly ran right past me. I do not know how there was any possible way he could not see me. Here, I'm not going for the cap simply because I know there's a bunch of guys back here, and my team is kind of pressed up and stuck right there. They're not making forward. You can see the skulls popping up. So I need to get around behind these guys and take these guys out behind these rocks and let the team move forward. So there's times I go for the cap, there's times I don't go for the cap, but I'm not going to throw my body aimlessly at a box unless I absolutely have to try to get the cap off. But right now, we're in a bit of a situation because we got A down, and we're holding that, but we still have to have B. We're only down to 38 lives, and this is where it gets interesting. But as you can see, if you're wondering why I'm taking these guys out in one hit, it's because I have the explosion, what's it? Specialization. Wow, specialization. Forget it. I have the explosion thing equipped, and one round usually takes out some of the smaller vehicles. It may take 2, sometimes 3, depending on what type of engineers you have working that tank or whatnot, and having a guy right behind it repairing it at all costs. It may take 2 or 3 kills to get, or 2 or 3 shots to actually get the kill on the vehicle and get it out of there. This one thing a lot of people need to understand: get rid of the vehicles. Try to. I know there's a lot of people that don't like the engineer class. People like to throw down ammo and like to throw down certain other health packs. But the problem is they don't throw them down for everybody else. They throw them down for themselves. I've requested ammo from my squad members dozens of times. I never get it. I have to actually go and find a support guy that I killed to get my own ammo. Same goes with health packs. If you see guys are all bunched up on a MCOM station, start throwing health packs around and help your teammates out. Don't just stand there and wait to res them up. Throw some health packs in there. You get points from that too. I'm not exactly sure why people don't take advantage of that more often. If you have, like, say for example right here, we're starting to push to B. You can see we're down to 21 lives and we're ticking away really fast. There's a moment here where we're kind of, I don't even know. See, this is the first time that I've played this map from this side. Now I've defended, but I wasn't exactly sure what was coming from this side. And I'm trying to pick out those guys throwing rockets up here, and I got a little bit too worried about the vehicles, so I disabled that one. But there's another tank down over the hill, and I was going to go after him, but I decided not to, and instead, you know, I get killed because my teammates behind me weren't really paying attention. But either way, like I said, if you see a bunch of people defending an MCOM, go in there, throw 2 or 3 health packs around so people are sitting right on top of it. And that'll help out immensely compared to sitting back and trying to wait for them to die and then go running in and rushing in like I see dozens of people do and trying to res people up. Or getting the res off and getting yourself and the guy killed again anyways. And that guy kept going straight back there. There was a bunch of guys in that window that just thought that was the bee's knees up there in that window. And I'm not exactly sure what the heck that guy was doing, to be completely honest. You see some weird stuff. I've seen some weird stuff in Battlefield that I don't even know exactly what was going on. That guy should have had me. He was behind me and came around in front, which didn't make any sense. Right here, this is pretty critical. We're down to 8 lives, 7 lives. You can see that there's guys down in there. I didn't want to rush down in there just like those guys did because obviously they're getting smoked. So I'm going to throw some grenades down in there. I'm going to throw some smalls. I'm going to make sure that thing is gone and empty. And as you can see, I'm taking some guys out that are just hanging out trying to defend that with their lives, seeing how that we only got a couple ticks left. Now we're down to 3 lives, 2 lives, 1 live while I was respawning, but they got the cap. And when you get the cap, even if you have 0 lives, it keeps going. So this is where you have to defend this thing, pound everybody, just keep throwing bodies at it and making sure that they do not get in there, no matter what. If you have 0 lives, but we get the cap off, and now we start with 74. But even though we start with 74, like we had 26 lives, must have been maybe died trying to save that MCOM. I'm not exactly sure how they work that. At least we got the cap off, and we get another 74 attempts at the next 2 stations, and that actually saved the match. So if there's 0 lives left and you get the cap, or if you're really low and somebody gets the cap, just defend that thing, throw your body at it and everything you got until that thing goes off. And here again, situational awareness. People need to pay attention as to what is going on. And for some of you guys that may be asking, I'm using the A91. It's a really, really good gun. It's got a lot of kick if you don't use the foregrip. I had a lot of issues with it until I got the foregrip, put the foregrip on it, and then popped the silencer. And I really like this red dot sight. I'm not exactly sure which one it is. I'm going to have to go in and look. I've recently unlocked the G36C, which I'm trying to play around with that, and I really, really like that gun a lot. Once I start unlocking some attachments, I need to get some more gameplay and get some more attachments down range. But I'm going to get a video up on an engineer and their unlocks and what goes through the unlocks for you guys so you can see what I've gotten and what I see coming as far as the engineer goes. And then I'm going to do one on the recon, so on and so forth as I go through the classics. Because right now I'm focused strictly on busting through the engineer, getting that completely unlocked. Now here, I see one of my teammates cap that off. So I'm trying to get angles, and angles is another thing I didn't really talk about in my previous tip, like kind of a tips video on rush defense. You want to try to get angles on the MCOM stations where they're really not going to see you. They could come up behind you, and that's going to happen, but that's not really what you need to worry about. What you need to worry about is getting a good angle, a good bead on the MCOM once it's going off. And as you can see, that was a bad angle for me, because even though A was going off, I was in the building with B and wasn't really paying attention. I thought I was defending A like a complete noob, but that's what I get for not playing a lot of these maps yet and going in blind and trying to run here and there. But we end up getting B, and now I'm actually defending the right target. This guy tries to run me over along with the other guy to try to get a road kill. It didn't work out. I got him too quick. But now we're going to A. And this was... on this map here, the MCOM stations are really kind of close together. Like you have B and A right there, and then bingo, you know, B and A right up the hill. So you can get down quick if the enemy's not paying attention. If you happen to wipe them out real quick, you can get down there extremely quick. Now here we're moving up again, and they pinned us in with vehicles. And here I had one engineer with me. You can see him right in front of me. Him and me were working on vehicles together, which was really good because it helped out. It got rid of the vehicles really quick, even though I get taken out. But the vehicle is already disabled, and that's what I'm talking about. Just because you disable a vehicle pretty much only stops it from moving. It doesn't stop it from killing you, so it's one of the things you got to pay attention to. Now here with the towers, this guy's up here in this tower sniping away. Sayonara, I take the tower out. There's been instances previous in this map where I just shot the tower out before anybody can get into it. I save the bull crap, I'll throw a small round into the tower and get it done. But as you can see here, the vehicle's disabled, but it's not down and out. They're still shooting at people. The guns are still going off. They're trying to take out the helicopter. Boom, destroy the vehicle, get it done. I turn around right into another vehicle. Happen to get that guy. I don't know how they didn't exactly see us. But me and the other engineer that were working on some vehicles before, he's right there on the left, and we're going to take this guy out while the rest of the team is off doing capping the other points. As you can see, it's loading up right now. But the most critical moment in this game was that last MCOM station where we went to 0. We kept at it. We didn't give up. People didn't get completely crazy and start throwing their body all over the place. Everybody just piled in on that MCOM station exactly like they should have. And here I'm just picking off people, making sure I spot people so people can see them incoming, trying to get over to B as much as possible. And we pulled it out. And it was one of the best matches I've had and the most fun. It was a battle. But we got 55-19. The guy below me is 44-20. A lot of kills going around. And I wanted to show you guys like the unlocks. I pretty much almost unlocked almost everything. The tactical light, I can see a nerf coming. That thing is ridiculous. And as you can see, I'm starting to unlock some camo, which I thought was a cool little addition. Some other dog tags. By the way, if you guys don't know, you can customize your dog tags going and look. The holographic sight's one of my favorites. The suppressor, of course, is my favorite. The 4x, 7x, 6x scopes, I can't get into using rifle scopes with an assault rifle. I'm not good with it. I don't steady it right. It's too much. But either way, that's what I got for you guys today. Enjoy. Peace.